Okay, let's get this bad boy open. So this is an Ohuhu spiral bound heavyweight marker pad. 60 sheets, 120 pounds, maximum blendability. Oh, thank you, Ohuhu. It comes with another one of these, which probably means that it's gonna bleed a little. Oh, the paper feels really nice. This probably means it's gonna bleed a little bit, so we are gonna stick this in between the pages. Now, I don't know if I've told you guys, but I'm not crazy about spiral bound notebooks, but we'll see. I'm gonna come in with a clear mind and an open heart. Okay? Okay. Since this is an Ohuhu sketchbook, we obviously have to use Ohuhu markers, but I also have some other ones, and that's gonna be a little bit of a surprise for you guys. Okay. Now I only have the 48 set, which I think is enough. Sometimes I am tempted to get more, especially now that they do individuals, but you know, I don't know. So I guess I'm gonna try to do them in the order of the swatch cards. Hey you guys, this is VoiceOver Panda, and I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts while we're going through the swatches. So I got a 48 set of Ohuhu markers, brush on one end and nib on the other, and I also got their, it's not called a marker pad, which I find unusual, but it is the marker pad. It's the one with the sunflower on it, because they also have a mixed media one. I was a little hesitant because I don't like spiral bound sketchbooks, but the paper on it is very smooth and it's thick, but it still has a little bit of flexibility, which I really liked. A lot of people really like the Canson mixed media sketchbook, and I don't like that one because I find the paper too rough and I don't like how rigid it is. So I was really excited about this. So just going through, I thought that 48 would be a good amount of colors for me. It's not so overwhelming, but it's still, you know, more than 24, where, you know, it's really hard to kind of blend and do things like that. I did run into some issues with only having 48 colors, and I don't think it's because 48 is not enough, but I think it's because when I purchased the 48 set, I didn't really think of what are my intentions. What do I want to do with these markers? I just thought, oh, 48 set, Ohuhu, done deal. But I, especially recently, have been doing a lot of portraiture, and there's just not enough skin tones. I would argue that there's no skin tones for people that are very fair, because the lightest skin tone that I found was the YR4 salmon, and I mean, you can see it on screen now. It's not I'll just put it like that. These are also my thoughts, you know, reflecting. During the time of this, especially when I was doing the swatches, I did not have a care in the world. I was incredibly excited. I did not think, oh, you know, this could not turn out right because, you know, of the skin tone issue. I was like, doing my swatches, everything's gonna turn out right because I'm doing my swatches on the same paper that I'm going to be drawing on. Look at me preparing. I was pretty stoked. Which leads me into another mistake that I made, which is I just sketched out a picture and I didn't first think about the colors that I had, which yeah, that was no good. But we'll get to that. We will see. I don't want to spoil the video for you, so you'll see this pretty soon. All right, I'm just gonna go for it. Oh no, is this the right color? That is the right color. It's just darker than I thought it was gonna be. I need to hurry up and blend it, I'm sorry. It's darker than I thought it was gonna be, you guys. Welcome back already, you guys. It's me, Miss I thought I planned so well, but in actuality, I didn't plan at all. So, as you can see, I'm still on my Fire Emblem S support BS, and so this time it's Violet and Sylvain's S support. So yeah, like I said, I drew it. I didn't think about, oh, these colors might not bode well because there's not good skin tones, and honestly there weren't really good colors for anything involved, but like I said, I didn't plan it. Yeah, I mean, look at that. That's the lightest color they had, and I had to do both of their skin in it. At this point I was full on panicking. I tried to, you know, when I was recording this, record it in like real time and have like, you know, really good commentary, you know, just kind of do that. And it was, I listened back to it and I was just like, oh no, like you could hear the panic in my voice. I was like trying to make up little show tunes to like be like, oh, I'm chill, I'm cool, this isn't going terribly. But you guys, I was becoming more and more just upset as time went on, and I didn't spiral, which I'm very proud of myself, because usually if like a piece starts to go really bad, I immediately just started spiraling. But it did send me down this weird am I not as good as I think I am, and not even in like a I need to humble myself way, but just I think that I have like a pretty good grasp on, you know, certain things in art, and there's, you know, a lot of other things that I need to work on. And just going through this and the medium not working the way I thought it was gonna work, and it really got to me. And I don't think I ever really recovered. I think because I was so upset about that, and then the inking went bad, and I think it was just like a very vicious spiral. But I eventually, you know, after, because I just kept throwing stuff at this, like I'll put a picture of how it turned out at the end, because after a while I just stopped recording because I was just freaking out. So I will put a picture of how it ended up in the end. But I stopped and I gathered myself and I said, you know, maybe this was just a bad day. And I did do another drawing in this sketchbook with the Ohuhu markers, because I had to see, like, is this me? Is it the materials? What's going on? So I wanted to do something a little complicated. So I first decided to sketch it out digitally. So this is a self-portrait of me. It's one of the best pictures I've ever taken, if I do say so myself. I went to a meet and greet that night, you guys. I was the talk of that small group. Anyway, but yeah, so I did this in Procreate, and these clips are in real time just so you can see. I like to, you know, show how fast I actually draw, because I am a pretty slow drawer, and I think that a lot of times with speed draws people get confused or even discouraged because they think, oh, I draw so, you know, slow, but you know, all these people that I look up to, they draw so fast. But no, I'm pretty slow. I've gotten better, but yeah, I'm pretty slow. So this was me sketching out my self-portrait. You guys, we have a guest. Everybody's favorite art assistant has entered the chat. Woo! Anyway, this was me sketching out my self-portrait. My idea was I wanted to do like the self-portrait, but then I wanted to do like a frame around it. At first I wanted to do like a Polaroid frame, because that's like my go-to, but I was like, that's really boring. So what I ended up doing was putting it in like those old school Microsoft Paint kind of frames. I was inspired. I saw a girl on YouTube actually do something really similar, and I was really inspired by that. I actually never did the Microsoft Word painting, like with the mouse and stuff. But yeah, so this is just me going through it, trying to get those thick eyelashes in, get the hair shapes right, you know, all that. And one good thing about you know, doing it digitally and instead of you know, sketching it out is you don't have to worry about like messing up the paper from erasing and stuff when you do it like this. Something that I did learn and I think get a little better with this one is when I did trace over it and put it on the light box, afterwards I kind of went and just like maybe not draw, well I did draw on top of it, but I just kind of made the lines livelier, because I think when you trace something, even your like own work, it does take away a little bit of like the life and the movement and the activity of things. What do you got? No. He's found something to shake, you guys. So for any of you that also do things like this, especially like when it comes to like watercolor or stuff like that, when you're done, to just go over and kind of like give the lines a little bit more movement and energy, I think it really does affect the art in like a really nice, pretty way. So here we are. Once again, I'm using my Ohuhu's, the 48 set, in the same sketchbook. And once again, I was panicking because I've seen people do really great artwork in this sketchbook with these markers, and already I was like, look at it. It's like streaking. It's not blending well. I was getting like actively discouraged again. And I'm still not exactly sure what I was doing that wasn't right. You know, with alcohol markers, it's kind of, you know, like you move kind of quickly and you move in sections so that like it all kind of blends in together, and it just wasn't happening. And especially when you like the skin. Once again, you guys, I was super discouraged. I'm really proud of myself for like hanging in there and like getting all the way through it. But like when I got to this, I was like, no, it's not going to get any better. And that kind of negative thinking is one thing I've been trying to work on in my everyday life, but especially with my art. So once again, I am proud that I kept pushing through it. And if any of you guys are going through the same thing, just keep pushing through it. Art goes through that ugly phase, and it's terrible and it's awful, and I wish it didn't happen, but it does. But yeah, I I was not having a good time. And then the other thing that I was like, oh no, is usually when it comes to like darker colors like this brown that I use for my skin tone, if you double up the layer, you can use it as a shadow. But like when you saw when I did the nose, it was like nothing. So then I was like, okay, well maybe it's just, you know, this paper gives you more time to blend so it all soak together. But that doesn't really make sense, because if that was the case, then why does it look streaky if it's giving you more time to like get everything smooth and cohesive? So I was just like, you know, let's just get through it. And then at the end we'll make our assessment of it. But yeah, it was real touch and go. The entire time it was touch and go. And I know that I'm speaking fairly negatively on just like this drawing and like my experience with the markers. I just didn't have a good time. This is not indicative of Ohuhu. Yeah, I had to break out the color pencils, you guys. It was not, I mean, you can see it was just not going well. But yeah, this was not indicative of Ohuhu, because once again, I've seen people do great things with these markers, but for me, it just was not working out at all. And there was a part of me that thought, well, maybe you just need more colors. But I mean, I kind of don't want to like buy into that kind of mindset. And also I have other you know, marker brands that I do have fun using and drawing with. It's not that they're bad markers, I just didn't have a good time. I just did not have a fun time with them. And I think sometimes that's what you really have to think of. Like, am I having fun? Am I having a good time? Am I going to use these? Because if you're not going to use these, what's the point? Now, I would never say that I think that Ohuhu is a bad company or that they make bad products, because I know that that's not true. Also, I am in love with this sketchbook, you guys. But just for me, the markers did not work out. And I think that's okay. I don't want to go and make reviews about things that like just didn't suit me personally and then say that they were bad, because I don't think they're bad. I just think for what I'm doing and how I draw, it wasn't the best time. Now, I did do more experiments to see, like, is it the paper, is it the markers, is it me? And I will put in some of those pictures at the end just so you guys can see and make your own assessments. I also have another set of markers, another set of very inexpensive markers that I got that I also used in the sketchbook and have been using a lot more. And I actually did have a really great time with them, and I didn't have the same problems that I had with the Ohuhus. So I'm going to do like an overview review kind of thing with that. I don't want to give like the yay or nay on them yet, because I'm not sure how much ink is actually in each marker. And because they are so inexpensive, it's another one of those situations where if you run out of a color, you can't buy a replacement. You just have to buy a complete and total set, a different set. If you guys are curious and don't want to wait for me to get out that video, they are called Sanjoki. That's Sanjoki, and I can put a link at the bottom of this so you guys can check them out for yourself. But once again, I don't want to say yes or no yet, because I'm just not sure, and I would feel bad if I told you guys to go out and get them and then you do like, I don't know, like 5 pieces and there's no ink left in, you know, 12 of your markers or something like that. So that's just why I haven't given it my stamp of approval or disapproval. It's Editing Panda here. Yes, this is how I edit on my side. No to those Sanjoki markers. No. I did the same piece with them. This is all supposed to be that purple color, the same purple color. It's faded. I don't know why. You can see with the blue too. And this wasn't, it hasn't even been like a month. At most it's been 3 weeks, and I don't think it's even been 3 weeks. I've never seen this before. Like, I understand the markers aren't light fast, but like, you see, You see, I'm sorry, I'm having to do this backwards. It's like fading already. I mean, you know, they're $40 markers for 120 colors, so you know, I guess joke's on me. I don't know, but no, don't get them unless you just really want to mess around and you don't care at all. And then if that is what you're going to do, then I would suggest as soon as you're done to take a picture of it and then, like, you know, or scan it in or something, because like I said, it hasn't even been a month and it's already faded. And I don't know if I need to say this, but they weren't out in the sun or anything like that. They were in my sketchbook. So I've never seen this before. If anybody knows what's going on, or if that's just like the sign of a really cheap marker, let me know. But yeah, don't get them. Do not get them unless you know what, do what you want. But I'm trying to warn you. Okay. All right. See you guys later. Go back to the video. Bye. Hey, you guys. So, in conclusion, I did a few things with the Ohuhu markers, and I did them in different sketchbooks just to make sure. So, this was the end result of my first initial test, which I did not care for. And then I did the self-portrait that you guys all saw. And this is how it came out too. And I will put some just like pictures in just so you can see it better. And then I thought maybe it's the paper. This is my Hanamule sketchbook. It is a watercolor cold press sketchbook, so I would not recommend using a lot of marker in it because it's going to suck up the ink because it's used to watercolor. But I did 4 tests. These are the Ohuhus, these are Sanjokis, these are Copics, and then I have just like some miscellaneous markers that I'm going to talk about later. That's this one. So the conclusion that I've come to is Ohuhu markers are obviously fine and a good quality product, but for the things that I want to do, portraiture, that 48 set was just not the right colors. And you know, that is not a reflection on Ohuhu, that was a reflection on me because I didn't go in with intention when it came to picking out the set or the colors. I just thought 48 would be enough. I could have got the portraiture set, no, it's called the skin tone set, which I actually looked at it and I didn't get it because it seemed to focus more on like fair skin to like possibly medium skin, and I didn't want that. But ironically, when I looked at the 48 set, I didn't take that same kind of critical eye into thinking about what kind of colors would benefit me and what I wanted to do with them. So I like Ohuhu. I love this sketchbook. This sketchbook is fantastic. And I haven't done too much because I'm trying to get done with my Midori sketchbook. But like I did this in it with some other markers that I'll talk about. I think I've talked about them a little bit already, the Sanjoki markers. I do have a review with my thoughts coming up about that. It was so fun. I had such a good time with them. So this sketchbook, 10 out of 10. Love it. The markers, I'm not going to give a grade because they didn't work out for me specifically. But I don't think that that's like, oh, they're bad, oh, don't buy them. It wasn't good for me. And actually not sure what I'm gonna do with them. We are getting close to 100 subscribers, so I was thinking maybe don't hold me to it, but maybe we can look at doing some kind of like giveaway or like something like that. I don't know how it works because obviously I have less than 100 subscribers, so how would I? But I would like to look into it, and if I can't, like, you know, actually physically send stuff, I could at least like do some kind of like draw your character or do like something like that, just something to say, hey, I appreciate all you guys, because I do appreciate all you guys. So if you're like me in my current situation, I would not recommend getting the 48 set, and I probably won't get any more Ohuhu markers specifically because I have so many other markers that I already use, already know what to do with them. So that's where my Ohuhu marker journey ends, at least for now. But I still like them. I don't feel bad that I got them because now I at least know I don't have to sit there and wonder. Wonder. But yeah, that's just me. I was a little disappointed, but you know, things like that happen. You're not immediately gonna be good with everything, and not everything is the best for you and your taste. So thank you guys for going on this little experimental journey for me. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you guys are making great art. See you guys later. Bye.